Hey, it's Redtail. I am going to try to join the 200K club today. This is a 90A Pro PacLock. This is my key with the 200K clearly on it. And just to show everybody, she does open with the key. Has not been altered. I have picked it before, obviously, and I have gutted it before, but I'm going to attempt to do it on video for this 200K club and to hopefully, after I complete my quest, join the Blue Belt crew at LPU. If that rhymes, it's not intentional. I'm just an idiot. A funny little guy, but an idiot nonetheless. This might take me a minute or two because for some reason this lock has been incredibly camera shy, but God willing, I'll get it to open today on camera. I'll watch the tension on this thing. If you're curious, and if you're not, it's okay. I don't blame you. The name Redtail I came up with because I have property in my backyard that is a pretty wide open field. And where I live, I have to cut that grass with a bush hog, which is a farming implement that goes behind a tractor, if you're not familiar with it. The bush hog goes behind the tractor and cuts the long grass that can grow up in the off season or when you don't take care of it. And I'm out there cutting that grass one day, and I have chickens. Chickens provide us with eggs, which we are grateful for and we use for breakfast. Sometimes we give them to our friends and family when we have an abundance of them. They make good cakes, pies, pastries, scrambled eggs, fried eggs. You can do all kinds of stuff with eggs, and I'm not trying to turn into Bubba with shrimp, but eggs are a wonderful resource. And I have my little flock of chickens, but hawks can be predatory birds, birds of prey. And saw this redtail in the trees behind the house when I was back there cutting the grass. And I saw this redtail and I said, hey, make you a deal. You stay away from my chickens and I'll scare out a juicy rodent for you. And you can feast on that and leave my birds alone. Now I know I'm talking to a bird, but be surprised how intelligent some birds are. So, cutting my grass, come around the next pass, and sure enough, that hawk's waiting for me. Cut past the trees where that hawk is. Look back behind me on the ground, and this hawk had jumped down out of his tree, landed on the ground, reached his big old talon out, and got this rodent that I had apparently scared out of the grass. I said, you got yours. Now leave my birds alone, buddy. And so far as I know, this happened a few years ago, as far as I know, that hawk hasn't come after my chickens. Now, it has scared the daylights out of my dogs, well, let me rephrase. Scared the daylights out of me. I thought one of my dogs was going to go after that hawk and try to play with it. A little movement on the core. Come on, we're almost there. This is an ugly pick, y'all. I am sorry. I'm just determined to get it this time instead of going back and forth with the camera. Come on. You're almost there. I think I'm into my false set and we have an open. And it's on camera. Okay, now we get to the fun part of gutting this bad boy. So I'm gonna hold this in this hand so I can get everything on camera. Set my pinning tray here. I'm gonna try and adjust the camera so you can see the pinning tray. And I got this other little tray here for the parts that come out of it. I am so happy that I got that on camera. Okay. Again, I'm going to set the lock here while I get my tools ready. I got the noob tubes for the gutting process. I believe that's the one I need. If I'm not sure, I'll get that one out as well. Put that away. I've got my circlip remover, pinning tweezers, and this Allen key wrench. Again, the lock's never leaving the frame because I am not going to booger this up now that I got this far. I believe I've pretty much sealed my deal with the 200K club. I'm hoping. Okay. Pin, cap, core. Set that there. Ball bearing 1 and ball bearing 2 along with screw. Make sure I get all this in the frame. Okay, so core is removed. I'll take this key. Rotate. Actually, I don't need to because the top's right there. I'm going to take the circlip off. The nerves are getting to me. Look at me, I'm shaking like a leaf. It's a silly lock. It's not the end of the world, Matthew. There's my C-clip. Some people call it a circlip, C-clip, whatever you feel like calling it. It is now off. I'm gonna get my shim. Look at me shaking. Let's go past it this side. And the shim is seated, thankfully so. And there's that. Okay. Again, I'm not leaving anything out. Pin 1, pin 2. Come on, booger. Pin 3, pin 4. Okay, I'm gonna move that bad boy. Nope, that was 5 actually that popped out of there. You can see the empty hole. 4 is not wanting to come out very nicely at all. And there it goes. Five and 6 fell into their spots. I'm gonna arrange these a little nicer so that they look better on camera for y'all. I know that was a nasty pick. I apologize for the quality of that pick, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay. Now we're gonna gut it. The core. Pin 1 is a serrated. Pin 2, a spool. Pin 3 just decided to flop across the table. It is also serrated. I hope y'all saw that right here. Let me adjust things a little bit more to this side so that I don't get anything off camera. Pin 4 is serrated. Pin 5 is a spool. Six is serrated and the spring came out with it. And that was 7, that long pin. Let me get all my springs out of there. Get this organized for y'all. Seven was that long, incredibly long anti-bump pin that I had talked about that, in my opinion, may be a security pin, but it's not the same as a serrated or a spool pin as far as giving feedback goes. And we'll get these springs set up here so that you can spot them as well. All the springs are the same. I believe they're steel springs, and there's a little dog hair or cat hair, forgive that. I'd like to thank God for helping me with this. I did say a prayer right before I started. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I do have faith. I do believe in God. And sometimes a little win is nice to have. It can brighten up the day, even if it's something simple. All the garbage that you're going through in this world sometimes having just a little win, even if it's simple, like picking a lock on camera, if that brightens your day, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's my opinion now. I'm not trying to preach at anybody. My faith is mine. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with yours. Let's see if I can arrange all this stuff so that it looks pretty cool for y'all. And you can get a screenshot and whatnot if that's what you want. This is all the tools and accoutrement that I have used. Some stuff from Sparrow, some stuff from Cobra. Here's a close-up of those pins. And everything laid out like it's supposed to be. My shim, key, and everything. My name is Redtail Hoff. I finally got this on camera. Thank you for watching, and I hope maybe this helped you if you're lacking the confidence of getting this lock picked on camera. It can happen. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Bye for now.